On yesterday's video, y'all hit the like goal of 150 or more likes on that video, so that means I'm buying and debuting this card for ranked seasons today. Continuing that push to World Series, ended up losing yesterday, so we really need a win here today. We're the away team, so I get a hit first. Randy Johnson versus Cliff Lee. One batter for us, 81 speed. Will it be enough? No, nice play by the shortstop. And then my DH, Gary Sheffield. I was getting ready to say, this man has not had a chance to hit. We've only been facing righties, so I've been bringing in a lefty. And Gary Sheffield, his first at-bat ever for me, is a home run. And I'm 27 outs away from getting a win in Randy Johnson's first start. And that's going to be ball 4 to Mike Trout. Lefty, Nolan Gorman. We know he can do okay lefty. 99 speed sitting on first base with Mike Trout. And we're already in a hitter's count. 2-2, I'm stealing with Trout. Swing and a miss. I think it would have been a ball, but at least we have somebody in scoring position with 2 outs. I've actually been able to steal bases recently. It's been a strange feeling. Normally, I just either don't steal or I get thrown out every time. And now we've been a bit smarter on the bases. Anthony Santander coming up. My final hope in the first with 2 outs and 99 speed is gonna be on third base. We have runners on the corners. He messed up the throw after a pretty nice play. Oh, this is a perfect opportunity for max power Yasmani Grandal. 2 on, 2 down here in the first. And Yasmani is early. I got a hanging breaking ball. And now it's just 0-2. But Yasmani is not gonna be early that time. I'm sending him to second. Now I'm stopping the runner. He's going home. Now I'm going back to third. Now he's going home and he's going to second. Okay, I thought he was going to throw to third. I really I wish I would have just hit a 3-run homer with Yasmani Grandal. It's time for Randy Johnson to have his first inning on the mound. Now, something that I like to do for debuts is just go through every pitch, just in order. I'm going to start with the fastball, try to get a perfect release. There's one on that 101-mile-an-hour fastball. Now, lefty, we're going to go to the slider. See how this is from this Randy Johnson Retro Finest card. A lot of break on it. I'll go with the 2-seam fastball. I just don't want to give up a hittable pitch. I don't want to give up a game-tying homer. And I'm glad Bryson Stott was a little bit early on that one. Now it's time for the splitter. We're looking for strike 3. Lefty versus Bryson Stott. And it's not strike 3, but it's out number 1. Only 26 outs now from a perfect game for Randy Johnson in his debut. Final pitch that we have to test is his slurve. A lot of off-speed stuff, a lot of breaking balls for Randy Johnson. And after going through each of his pitches, he's feeling pretty good so far. And there's the first strikeout for Randy. 1 out away now from a perfect first inning. And there's another strikeout. I'm liking how he feels. I know it's only 1 inning, but Randy Johnson was nasty last year. His cards earlier this year was nasty. It's seeming like this one's pretty nasty too. I'm kind of sad it took me this long to actually get the card. And Yasmani Grandal. Who would have thought that he's going to hit a home run? Man, I'm regretting that base running mistake. We do have a 2-0 lead though, thanks to 2 solo home runs. I'm really liking this max power versus both sides, Yasmani Grandal, as my current catcher. And Pete Alonso. Not a great swing. Out number 1 here in the second. I thought Matt Carpenter went yard. No, trying to take the outside pitch the other way. And it's just out number 2. A decent swing though. And now it's my number 9 hitter. This cycle, Ellie De La Cruz, my current wild card. And we strike out with Ellie. This man, I don't think, has had a single hit since I put him as my wild card. Yasmani Grandal extends our lead a little bit. And does my opponent only have lefties in their lineup or something? I'm pretty sure it's been 4 straight left-handed hitters to start this game, which is exactly what I could have asked for in my first start with Randy Johnson. As we strike out 99 Griffey. And if anyone knows anything about computers, I'm talking about like just a pre-built one from Best Buy or something. My grandma needs a new computer. She really only browses the internet and sends emails. So we don't need anything over the top. That's 2 strikeouts right there. But if y'all have any recommendations for certain specs or pre-built computers from Best Buy, like anything like that, I would love a little bit of help down in that comment section, as that's 2 perfect innings so far from Randy Johnson. And am I crazy, or have all 6 of my opponent's hitters been left-handed hitters? This is the perfect lineup to face for Randy Johnson's debut. And our opponent has quits. Randy Johnson throws a perfect game in his debut. Now, the bad news is Randy Johnson's energy is pretty low. He only has about a quarter of his energy left. So I guess for game number 2 in the video, I'm gonna leave him until he's completely out of energy. Home team pitching first. We're facing a lefty, Robbie Ray. And we're off to a pretty good start in game number 2. 1 batter, 1 strikeout. I see my opponent has SIU on the scoreboard, and S for their logo, and kind of that maroon color. I wonder if that's for the SIU Salukis. You know, Southern Illinois. Y'all might have been seeing me in some videos. I think maybe like yesterday's video even, wearing my Saluki shirts. Now, I didn't go there. But that's one of the schools that I was thinking about going to. They had offered me a scholarship, but ultimately I ended up choosing Arkansas and then transferred back to Wisconsin after 1 year at Arkansas. But Randy Johnson is already 1 out away from his 3rd perfect inning of the video. Technically, I guess you could say he's already thrown a perfect game because he did get the win and he never allowed a single base runner. And just like that, I'm down to my final 27 outs here in this game. The no-hitter's gone, the perfect game's gone, and the shutout's gone. And we're already getting an alert that Randy Johnson is tired. So maybe it wasn't the best idea to bring him out here for game number 2, but it's his debut. I really didn't want... Ooh. Hey, let's go! Good heads up D. That's what I like to see. Let's see if we can get that run back as soon as possible. Gary Sheffield's due up second. He's already got 1 homer. And now it's my leadoff hitter, Brian Reynolds, facing Robbie Ray. Hall of Fame difficulty for this game. Pitch speed's coming in a bit faster than the first game where we were playing on All-Star. And we strike out with Brian Reynolds, but that's okay because Gary Sheffield's coming up. He's 1 for 1, batting 1,000, nothing but home runs. That's the pitch to do it on. We had good timing. I can't believe I just left my PCI in the middle. And we got 2 outs now in the bottom of the 1st. Ooh, missed that one a little bit. We got kind of a hanging changeup after 1, and we're down by 1. And Gary Sheffield hits a home run. I'm not liking Randy Johnson on low energy right now. It makes me want to go to the bullpen, but it's his debut. I also don't want to take him out either. And there we go. That's a good recovery. I think the plan will be leave Randy Johnson in until he's completely out of energy. Even if we give up a few more hits, maybe even another run or 2, I'm going to leave him in till he has no energy left. Might as well here. Already given up a couple runs. What would be a few more? And just like that, following the homer, we've already got 2 outs in the inning. So he's been pitching pretty well this game besides a couple solo shots. And there we go, a strikeout for Randy. 2 solo shots so far in this game have really been the only mistakes he's made. They've been on a couple bad pitches, left way too much over the plate by me. And now we're just trying to get our first hit of the game, first base runner of the game. And Nolan Gorman is going to make it out number 1 in the 2nd. Santander gets the first hit, the first base runner. Just like that, perfect game, no hitter for Robbie Ray are gone. A home run in this inning now would tie the game at 2. Oh, Yasmani, don't be a double play. That's 99 off the bat. Oh, that's always such a sad feeling when you hit it super hard and it results in 2 outs and it sends you to the 3rd inning. Still down by 2. Randy Johnson's energy, I'm not sure if y'all can see it behind the camera. Let me show you. He's almost out of energy. So he probably only has 1 or 2 more innings left in this game. And that's going to be out number 1 in this inning. I'm thinking once we get the alert, once we see that he's completely out of energy, from that point on, I'll let him have one more run. So let's just say he's out of energy here in the top of the 3rd. It's still 2-0. I would then just let him keep pitching until he gives up his 3rd run of the game. And speaking of, we can see that little exclamation point. Randy Johnson here in the 3rd, 32 pitches. I think probably only 20 or 30 pitches in that first game. So maybe 60, 70 total in the day. He's completely out of energy. It's 3-2 to Trey Turner. 1 out, top of the 3rd. Randy Johnson's in this game until he gives up one more run as we get out number 2. And there's a 1-2-3 top of the 3rd. Really, besides a couple solo shots, he's pitching well in this game too. And those mistake pitches were definitely on me. We got our first hit, our first base runner of the game. Now we got to try to get our first runs. Still down by 2. And Pete Alonso beats the shift to lead off the 3rd. A home run would tie the game now. And Matt Carpenter now will make it so a home run would give us the lead. 41 speed on its way to 3rd. He was hustling. Runners on the corners, nobody down. If I don't score at least 1 run in this inning, what am I doing at the plate? We've got Ellie coming up. He's my wild card. I'm pretty sure he's been hitless ever since I added him as my wild card. Maybe he could get a big hit right here. I almost hit a home run if we had good timing instead of late. I know Gary Sheffield's got a good arm and right, but 41 speed should be enough to score right here, right?
Right there. He's out.
Wait a minute. I really thought that was deep enough. And it's another double play for me. That one was... oh, man, that one hurts. And now, Brian Reynolds, my final hope in the 3rd. He's representing the tying run if he hits it over the fence, but I'm kind of sad that I tried to send him anyways. I think that would have been a double play anyways. At least we had some good swings. Still down 2 after 3. And Mike Napoli, who had a homer in his first AB, is flying out for out number 1. Randy Johnson's still on the mound. He's still out of energy, but he's still getting us outs. And we're striking out Jim Thome. I'm kind of wishing this opponent also had an all left-handed lineup. We got to be careful with Gary Sheffield. We've seen how far he can hit the baseball. And there we go. It's another 1-2-3 inning. Why am I pitching better with Randy now that he's out of energy than when he still had a little bit left in the tank? I'm really hoping this is the inning, though, where we get at least one of these runs back. I don't like being down. I don't like losing. And Gary Sheffield hits his 2nd homer of the video. I guess you could say 3rd because he also hit one for my opponent, but we don't really want to talk about that. I'm glad he's my DH. I loved Gary Sheffield last year. I kind of want to maybe even try him out as my right fielder, even have somebody else as a DH, because I think I'm pretty good with Gary Sheffield, even versus right-handed pitching. So we're going to see if we could keep scoring some runs. That's leading off the 4th, and we're only down by 1. And Mike Trout's a little bit early on that one. That's a dot. Wow. I'm surprised that caught the plate. It's a strikeout following the homer. And we strike out with Nolan Gorman. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th, now down by 1. Trying to tie the game here. Oh, we missed that one. Got a pretty good fastball to hit, but after 4, now we're only down by 1. And now we are down by 2 again. Randy Johnson, honestly a pretty good debut. It kind of sucks when your opponent quits in the 2nd or 3rd inning and you still want to use that pitcher, but hey man, I'll take that for sure. Got it to the 5th inning here. 2 innings completely out of energy. That's really not that bad. But let me tell you what, it feels good to have a pitcher that's completely full on their energy. Oh, that's going to be a hit, yeah. I meant to put that fastball on the corner, and I think I really just left it almost down the middle. 24 speed, and there with the 1-out double. And we strike out Jason Bay, 1 out away. I was going to say from a scoreless inning, but we did give up our 3rd solo homer of the game. And now it's 3-2 to Trey Turner. Please don't hit a home run. Please don't be looking for this. No, we strike out Trey Turner. There we go. So besides 3 home runs It's, you know, not been that bad of a game for Randy Johnson. Overall, a pretty solid day. I think if I use him normally, as in when he actually has energy, I'm pretty sure he should be just as good as any other Randy Johnson card. Now, though, we got to try to get 2 or more runs. Yasmani brings up the tying run to lead off this inning, and Gary Sheffield misplays it a little bit. I already got thrown out once trying to run on his arm. We're not going to let it happen twice. Pete Alonso, don't be a line out. I really can't afford those while I'm losing. Thank you. I should have sent the runner, but I mean, I will definitely take having 2 guys in scoring position with nobody down. The tying run is on second. Go ahead run at the plate in the form of Matt Carpenter with Ellie on deck. We got to take advantage of this situation, man. We got to come through here. Nobody down by 2. And Matt Carpenter comes through. Is that going to tie the game? I'm going to risk it, man. It's literally only the 5th inning. I got so many more innings in this game to work with. I might as well risk it, and it pays off. We tie the game at 3. There's still nobody down with Ellie De La Cruz coming up. And we're saying bye-bye to Robbie Ray. And comes the perk man, Troy Percival, in relief of Robbie Ray. I thought we had a homer. I'm missing that changeup. We were a little bit late on it. Out number 1. Bringing back the top of my lineup, Brian Reynolds. And then Gary Sheffield, who I might leave in to face the righty. Oh, don't be a double play. Wow. I think that's my 3rd double play of the game. And it's only 5 innings in the books, but we did tie it up at 3. I'm hoping we can hold on to this and not give my opponent the lead. I don't remember who his number 2 hitter was. I think it was maybe Nolan Gorman, but I brought in Brooks Raley, and now we're seeing Lindor as a pinch hitter versus the lefty. And was that a good move for my opponent? Maybe, maybe not. It's out number 1 for us in the 6th. It's a full count to Mike Napoli. I am betting on the fact that he's not sitting changeup. Doesn't look like maybe he was. And now we got 2 outs in the 6th. A lefty, Jim Thome, coming up. I always hate even 0-2 throwing inside lefty. We struck out Jim Thome, though. And that's a scoreless, a 1-2-3, top of the 6th. And now on the scoreboard, I'm literally seeing Southern Illinois Salukis. Shout out to SIU Carbondale. Gary Sheffield. I think I'm going to leave him in versus the righty. Normally, since he's my DH, I would go to Schwarber here, but I just want to give Gary Sheffield a try, see how he does righty. Yeah, I'm thinking Gary Sheffield might have earned himself a spot in the starting lineup as a position player, not just my DH. His swing is feeling just as good, if not better, than last year when he was one of my favorite cards. Definitely in my top 10. Maybe even top 5 for the entire year. And now Mike Trout is early. Oh, don't be a double play, and it's not. I thought I almost grounded into my 4th double play. We got 2 on, nobody down. We're getting late in this ball game. It's the bottom of the 6th. This is the perfect time to take a lead in this game. Nolan Gorman coming up, a couple switch hitters following him. I would not be surprised to see my opponent go to a lefty. And what are we seeing? It's a lefty, Tyler Matzek. I think I also have this card in my bullpen. Nolan Gorman, nobody down, 2 on. And Gorman is able to come through once again. That's going to give us the lead. Am I going to send him to second? No. I'm not going to send this guy home. And we have runners on the corners. 4-3. There's still nobody out here in the 6th. And he's really earning himself in game now for us the nickname Go Ahead Gorman. Anthony Santander's 1 for 2. And make it 1 for 3. That's a nasty slider. It was just a little bit too close for me to take with 2 strikes. And Yasmani Grandal! 125 power! Good timing! It's going to be some warning track power. But hey, at least it added on to our lead a little bit. 99 speed scores easily, making it 5-3. So now a solo home run wouldn't tie the game. Bringing up Big Meat Pete. He's 2 for 2, a double and a single. He's a homer. Oh, I was hoping that would be it right there. I was hoping I would be like, he's a homer. And now just a triple away from the cycle. But we were a little bit early on it. 1-1, 2 outs, got a 2-run lead. Let's try to keep this 2-out rally going. And we strike out, hanging curveball, but we took the lead. I'm hoping my bullpen can hold on to it. I've actually been pitching pretty well. The only runs were 3 solo shots given up by Randy Johnson. One of them when he was completely out of energy. This is Eric Gagne, this milestone version of the card, making his debut. I've never used this card this year. And let's see how his curveball is. Look at this. Oh my god, that is disgusting. That's like a 69, 70 mile an hour curveball. And I'm hoping I'm not jinxing anything, but we are now 8 ounce away from winning this game. I thought Ellie could get there. Oh, a home run would tie it. I kind of need a double play of my own. Austin Riley the other way. Ooh. A home run now would give my opponent the lead. Wait a second. I need a double play. And that's ball 40 Yasmani. Oh, I got a perfect release and we still missed our spot. Bases loaded. The tying run is on second. The go-ahead run is on first. And there's only 1 down in the inning. He's bringing in a lefty, Nolan Jones. I think I might as well go to the bullpen here. I think I like Zach Britton with a sinker when I'm trying to get a double play. And I'm quickly running out of guys in my bullpen, at least that are full energy. And he's going to pinch hit now for Nolan Jones, bringing in Trout. Trout's actually better versus righties anyways. And if I'm not mistaken, that is the last guy on my opponent's bench. And we're striking out Mike Trout. The pinch hitter doesn't pay off. And we are 1 out away from a scoreless top of the 7th. But we got to get through this finest Trey Turner. And Trey Turner grounds out to Ellie. There we go. See, as long as we keep our cool like a cucumber, we'll be fine. The only 3 runs for my opponent. 3 solo shots off of Randy Johnson. I'm hoping now to just keep adding on to this lead. There we go. I was taking a drink of water. Had to quickly get my hands back on the controller. And Matt Carpenter is 3 for 3 in this game. And I still am just not doing great with Ellie ever since adding him back. I thought about going to third here. I didn't really want to run on Gary Sheffield. And it looks like Brian Reynolds is going to have a 102 mile an hour line out. Now we got to try to start a 2-out rally. Gary Sheffield is 2 for 3, a home run and a single in this game. And make it 2 home runs in this game, 3 in the video. Yeah, Gary Sheffield might just be my new right fielder, or whatever the primary position on this Retro Finest card is. His swing is feeling insane. And Mike Trout is early. I'm pretty sure Mike Trout has had 6 or 7 home run distance but foul swings in this game. I just can't get good timing so far. And we get perfect timing there. I'm glad that's going to get him on base. I'm hoping it's a hit and not an error. And I'm hoping we can just keep adding on to this lead, keep this 2-out rally going. And we strike out with Gorman, but it's 7-3. Thank you, Gary Sheffield. I am loving this card. Might be one of my new favorites. And on our way to the 8th with a 4-run lead. And Zach Britton is still one of my favorite relievers. He really has been for the last 2, 3, 4 years of MLB The Show. As that's back-to-back strikeouts, got Mike Napoli looking silly. 1 out away from a scoreless top of the 8th. And if I'm not mistaken, we are 1 strike away from an immaculate top of the 8th inning. I think that might have been 3 strikeouts on 9 pitches. An immaculate 8th inning for Zach Britton. And Santander strikes out on 3 pitches, bro. This Felix Bautista card is tough to hit. And he is now 3 strikes away from an immaculate 8th inning. Pete Alonso, my final hope before we go try for the win in the top of the 9th. And no immaculate inning. We actually watched a couple balls in that AB. Pete Alonso robbed of a base hit after 8. 7-3. I'm hoping this 4-run lead is enough for us to win this game. 0-2 to Gary Sheffield, and we get strike 3. 2 outs away from seeing how much closer we are to World Series. And we are 1 out away. The very next pitch is out number 2. And we strike on Austin Riley. We're able to win this game. Randy Johnson, I don't think technically got the win, but I'm liking how he felt in his debut. Gary Sheffield might have just become one of my new favorite cards. Let's see how much closer we are to World Series. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to drop a like, subscribe. We got daily uploads on the channel, up to 748, 152 away from making World Series. You might enjoy one of these on screen. Otherwise, I'll see y'all in tomorrow's daily upload. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace out. Randy's up to parallel 1. I don't like the look of all those 6s on that card.